Did you know that in Kingdom Rush Frontiers, you can find this ball sitting on a beach? This is a reference to Wilson from the Tom Hanks movie Castaway. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs. If Easter eggs are your sort of thing, perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about, and without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Body of Evidence. Body of Evidence is a game where you play as a cleaner, but instead of spending your time polishing tables and hoovering floors, instead you need to dispose of bodies and clean up bloodstains. It is also a game that has been recommended at least 20 times by one person, so I hope that that person is happy now. Anyway, the first Easter egg from Body of Evidence is a reference to an iconic movie scene. So this horse's head in a bed is a reference to this scene from the 1972 movie The Godfather. The other Body of Evidence Easter egg that I've found so far can be found at the agency. In one of the cells, you can find this guy. So after years of terrorising unsuspecting victims, Slenderman has finally seen justice. Now, Body of Evidence seems like one of those games that has tons of Easter eggs, so if you've by any chance played this crime scene cleanup simulator and know something that I don't, please let me know in the comments. Next up is House Flipper. Now, it's been nearly 2 weeks since the passing of Friends actor Matthew Perry, so now felt like the right time to share an Easter egg that I've had recorded for ages. House Flipper isn't afraid to recreate famous pop culture houses. I mean, who can forget the time we got to explore the McAllister's house from Home Alone? Well, one of the apartments that you can renovate in House Flipper is called the One to Flip. Exploring our new property, we can find 2 comfortable looking recliners complete with empty pizza boxes, this strange looking thing, and a poster asking, "How you doing?" Now, the chances are that most of you already know who used to live in this apartment, but if you don't, this is the apartment that was shared by Joey and Chandler in Friends. The recliners are a reference to the pair's comfortable chairs, the pizza boxes are a nod to Joey's love of food, the turkey wearing sunglasses is a reference to this fan favourite scene, and the poster is of course a reference to Joey's famous catchphrase.
Hey, how you doing?
I mean, even the name of the apartment, the One to Flip, is a reference to how episodes of Friends are named. You can also visit the apartment shared by Monica and Rachel, though there aren't as many references to the show to find there. Now, last week, the Talos Principle 2 released, and in my efforts to bring you the latest video game Easter eggs, I'm only now sharing some of the cool Easter eggs from the original Talos Principle. First up, in Area B, Room 3, you can find this. So I'm not sure why he's here, but Pac-Man can be found seeking shelter from the sun underneath this tree. Next up, in Area C, Room 3, you can find this.
Fly, you fools!
So this is a reference to this scene from The Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring.
Fly, you fools!
Oh, and I should say that the thing that is clinging onto the cliff for dear life is an enemy from the Serious Sam series. Speaking of Sam, the final Talos Principle Easter egg can be found on the same level. If you carefully jump off the cliff edge, you can find this. So this is Serious Sam, who has been frozen in carbonite, which is of course a reference to the same fate suffered by Han Solo in Star Wars. Next up are more really good Easter eggs from Goat Simulator 3. Now, despite looking like a game where the only mission is to cause as much damage as possible, there are actually loads of different tasks that you can complete in Goat Simulator 3. Some of these missions may even seem impossible. Hint hint. If you enter the jewellery store in downtown, you'll be greeted with a room full of lasers, with a new event beginning called Mission Possible. The lasers are of course a nod to this famous scene from the 1996 action movie Mission Impossible. After navigating the laser room, complete with a funky Mission Impossible-like soundtrack, you will finally reach the diamond.
Hey, come closer so I can kick your ass.
So after grabbing the shiny stone, you are immediately captured and placed in prison, with seemingly no way out. Well, if movies have taught me anything, it's to always check behind a poster in a prison cell. So just like this scene from The Shawshank Redemption, the poster in the prison cell leads your goat to freedom through a sewer pipe. The other Goat Simulator 3 Easter egg for today's video is a more typical Goat Simulator Easter egg. On top of this building you can find a giant golden globe, and if you headbutt it, this will happen. So the sun reflecting off the globe has melted a block of ice, revealing a UFO. If you headbutt the UFO, green goop will be thrown over parts of the map, and you will unlock the Brainiac headgear. So what power does our new alien accessory provide? Well, allow me to demonstrate. So you can use the Brainiac device to increase the head size of anyone or anything on the map, which will never not look funny. Now I spent a long time inflating heads, just to see how big I could get them, with perhaps my best effort the time that I inflated someone's head so much that they changed genders. Right, let's end today's video with Spider-Man 2. Now, in the Spider-Man 2 Easter egg video I uploaded a couple of weeks ago, I shared a tribute to former Insomniac employee Dan Johnson. Well, it turns out that wasn't the only tribute to a former Insomniac employee that can be found in the game. In Central Park, you can find this. So this is a tribute to Craig Goodman, who is a technical artist at Insomniac before sadly passing away in 2019. Now, Spider-Man 2 is one of those games where you'd rather make your own way to the objective instead of using fast travel, simply because the traversal is so much fun. I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to swing through the city at breakneck speeds? Well, if that doesn't sound like your thing, there is an alternative mode of transport that's a lot less breakneck. At this location on the map, you can find this.
To go for a run later?
So Spidey can ditch the webs and instead cycle his way around New York. Why this is in the game? I don't know. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then a like is really appreciated. Be sure to subscribe for more Easter eggs and details from your favourite games. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.